should not be out here. But it should fix that fan noise. Be out here. But it should fix that fan noise. And that did that. Okay. So there's that. And okay. We're good on Twitch. Sweet. All right. Now that we're actually streaming, let's get going. Minfilia. Have you a moment? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbrida's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Okay, I'll go cheer her up. Can do. Thancred, why didn't you just cheer her up? I mean, you're the one that all the girls on the forums are talking about. You should be dealing with this. Hey, it's small. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm still trying to stay positive. But it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping, which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for the Moon Daisy from Rowena. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you can maybe collect it for me? I have a coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wrath of Frost. Okay. Picking up a flower. Let's get rid of... Oh, not that one. I want that one. That one. Okay. Where is Rowena? Oh, she's in Revenant's Toll. Okay. Easy money. I say that, and then they're gonna, like, throw me into a dungeon because... I guess Ida was in debt to do a dungeon or something. Rowena's House of Splendors. Oh, okay. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Eh? They've got you running errands now? Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you'd best learn to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you're here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass that I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace the dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. Ah, so we're, glamour shaming. Okay. Ugh, Rowena can be so annoying. She will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moonbrita loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows that I'm still thinking of her.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
And random voice acting. Okay. Oh, it's our dragon friend.
Song riseth to a crescendo.
Void Center dragons. Those look like dragons. Yep, those are dragons. Okay.
Is that what I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Okay. I assume it has something to do with dragons. You know what? I'm just going to use return. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbrita's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Okay. The envoy is here. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sailed forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of noble houses' finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such may it be called, came at the cost of many of our own, too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it the reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Amarek would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Coithus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Old Dam must take precedence. It is such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case with their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Well, I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Amaric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. A personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Summer and survived. Anything you can share with your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Sure. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well. 'Twould seem that the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Small. Okie dokie. Can do. Oh, I forgot to hit record. Probably should do that. We're gonna get an Ascian involved here. Is this the aftermath of the battle? Oh. Who is slaying whom here? Because I don't know who these brown guys are.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Ugh. Father sins are not the responsibility of the child. Oh, do you have the echo? Is that an echoey light, or is that a...
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Oh, did she let the dragons in? I'm very confused. I don't know who's doing what. Okay, well, let's go to Camp Dragonhead. I need to grab some eye drops. Perhaps not. I do not think I have any. I will need to remedy that later. Alright. Back to it. It seems I was the swifter, Small. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about the camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. I agree. Let us go to the gates of judgment. A rock. Dyspeptic Dragoon. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with the divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting down them one by one. We not fret over much. There are several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Bothered Bowman, you don't look bothered. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered... Your first layer is a gate on the ground. They're dragons, they just flew over it. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt marrow freeze within my bones. 'Twould seem that the heretic struck first, a most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harshfront will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Probably in that back alley place. "'Tis reassuring indeed to behold that the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat you in the intercessory." Yeah, the back alley. Yes, please. I thank you for coming with such haste. and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphanode, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move to the subject of reinforcements, however, I must introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. We've met him, yeah? Oh no, that's the guard. Estinian's this guy. Oh, you look edgy. Oh, you're a Dragoon, I think. That looks like a Dragoon weapon. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? Somebody should tell, Sir Emmerich that Azure is blue, and he's wearing black. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among the masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. Okay. He, out of all of the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any of the Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on our gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of those 7 great worms. Nidhogg. I don't think I think it was Midgard Summer that took down the ship, right? So Nidhogg is a different one. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though only defeated by the hero Haldrath. The beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars of our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and is one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to destroy him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The Eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel. I say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Though the endless march of years dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable, you must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe it is Lady Iceheart you believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we do know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from the assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in the conflict which only concerns Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow if Ishgard were to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania soon thereafter. The ruins of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Unlike the Garlean's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mardana. 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roars of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Aymeric. Though the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. So, is that kind of like us with Midgard's Armor? Because we hear him in our heads a lot. Oh, I forgot to, Okay. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg. Aye, he means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us some opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Amarek is more ruthless in his negotiation than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard's to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes at something of a bittersweet victory. These days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will need to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stone and make report to the antecedent. And return. Oh. All right. I still need to do his quest, and I don't know what it is. Oh well. That's a problem for later me.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
Yeah.
The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Until the end.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Minfilia would have you assist with the preparations being made for the defense of Ishgard. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to the Ishgard's cause, our comrades would be on hand to act. The small matter of persuading the Alliance's leaders to grant such supports I leave to Alphanode. For you, my friend, the task different awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Korthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaftborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might be winging its way over the walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She is a talent for administration and a firm grasp of practical challenges we may encounter. Okay. Come with me. We are rather close to Korthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Small. I've 101 things to discuss with Slaftborn. I have a feeling one of those is, where's my money, bitch? Hang on. One sec. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, Slaftborn. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Korthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for the victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for fighting itself, I am afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at that siege. That said, each adventurer is free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you will try your luck and you might try your luck in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Okay. Maybe we need to reduce this a bit. That's probably better. I was probably blowing eardrums. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Okay. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to the scuffle with the Empire out of the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilrid was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Gods damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened him up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilrid stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from Revolt in Oda. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folks like to believe that the company is disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's more a motley crew, a collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilrid's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed up at the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilrid. Anyway, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Small. Okay. So Ishgard seeks cell swords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, those nobles would surely be generous with their rewards. Ah, but I pledged myself to the Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do. Sell me blades to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. Are you in here? You are. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddle behind an icy wall. Okay. Alright. Tataru, Tataru, Tataru. There you are, Small. So, did you sway any hearts? 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4. Not including Slafburn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's toll veteran's worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphanode. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Ul'dah, or you'll be late. Alphanode said that he'd meet you at the Royal Promenade. Okay. Thanalan, Ul'dah. All right. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering at the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Don't they usually meet at Connie Senna's place?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
Okay.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Uh-huh.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
Okay.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
Oh.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
I suppose
Would that
that's
we could
better than
commit
you
more
normally
than a
would
token
get.
force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Yeah.
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Ouch.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
So, random match and party finder.
If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
Oh, Nanamo was here? I didn't even know that.
Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
She's got something
Grace
on her
not
mind.
feeling well.
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Oh, right, because she was talking about disbanding the monarchy. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission out of an But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harshaphant and Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles of Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? Then the assault is begun? We have but a moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian hordes as they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Small, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelin at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You are the appointed captain of the Sellswords contingent. Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I have assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain at the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face the war Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. Could I just, like, fly into Ishgard? I kind of doubt it. I feel like they'd put up a wall, but, like... Okay, they're dead. Nope, there's more. Damn dragons. Oh, Ishgard just literally doesn't exist for me, I don't think. Unless I'm actually insane. No, okay. Yeah, because I have to walk through a portal or something over there. I got it. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I had to try. Even though I'm only like, I don't know, 7 quests away from Ishgard. Right. Next. Ooh. Hello, new friend. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Dravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in battle to come. I don't actually know any of them. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, the great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply it means to cross the sea of clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form a barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus the dragons are now able to land unhindered on the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All that rests on us now, adventurer. Lead your comrades onto the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades. Okay, here's our duty. Okay. And maybe? Oh, Steps of Faith. There it is. Okay, and now we wait. Alright, let's see. With this, once we finish this, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more quests. Probably just do this and then probably have to go to bed at that point. Where is... Companion? Yeah. Appearance. Let's take that. Let's take these off because they're ugly, but I want to keep the horns. And the legs. Okay. Alright, we also need to finish leveling Warrior. But that's a problem for later me. I don't know, maybe I'll do it at work tomorrow. If I have time. Alright, Q, you can pop anytime now, that'd be great. I should have not left the toll. I think it might be a little cold for an outfit like that. Same with you. I think it's a little cold for those outfits. See, you're wearing appropriate attire, though a hood might help. These guys are wearing excellent attire for this. This is really bad attire for a place like Ul'dah, but like a place like this, that's great. Nice and warm. And like, you got me over here missing a hood, but beyond that, pretty good and pretty covered. I have to imagine... Oh, except for this Lalafell over here. She's dressed for the occasion for the most part. But I do have to imagine that, oh, this is like a full party. Okay, that's why it's taking so long. I gotta wait for another tank. There we are. Steps of faith. Let it begin. Whoa, that's a big one. Is that Nidhogg? Are you missing an eye? I can't see. No, you don't seem to be missing an eye. Iron Lung. Oh, Vishout. I need to go get those guys, but there's so many. This area is so big. And they're dead. Oh, it's moving. Oh, okay. Oh, is he trying to destroy the wards? Don't let them rush the cannons. Okay, where's the Bertha? Oh shit, I taunted the wrong thing. Another word down. Okay, you have aggro that, we're good. I think I have a super heal, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, I have it. Oh shit. Okay, and it dies. Okay. We're good. Whew! I didn't mean to take aggro from that guy. I feel bad. But victory is ours! Healer. Okay, where's the exit? Oh, we gotta run all the way. The dragons, they are withdrawing. Victory is ours. Yay! Estinian. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you? You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all of the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of the great worm Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Angsty boy is angsty. Small, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Commander Levelier, Small, true to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with proper courtesy. His outfit is dope. I too would offer my thanks, Small. Though through your deeds we have achieved a victory with singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of the cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Yeah, something splashed on my screen, and it's on Alphinaud's face, and it's distracting. I'll have to deal with that later. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against the dragons and the primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would like to take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of our duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbrand back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. Okay. Small, welcome back. Alphinaud sent word of the siege and, of course, the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me. Thank you. Quick arm or quick tongue? Quick arm. Okay. Alright, well that's done. We have 9 quests left in 2.55, and I'll probably do those tomorrow after work. I do need to get to bed. So, I will be back tomorrow about the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. And we'll finish this up.